The Great Pyramid. How was it built? Herodotus envisioned ropes and pulleys. Modern Egyptologists have put forth a single ramp theory or a spiral outboard ramp theory. A single ramp would be more volume than the pyramid itself. An outboard ramp? How would you simultaneously assemble the casing stones and the interior stones? Recently, the Scan Pyramids project released footage of a cavity above what's referred to as the main entrance. I was recently made aware of another pyramid scan project. This group had detected the same void above the main entrance that resembles the cavities above the so-called Queen and King's chambers. Could scanning technology be the key to solving the riddle of the pyramid's construction? French architect Jean-Pierre Houdon believed so, and he had a theory that began in 1999, inspired by his father, a retired civil engineer. That theory revolved around an internal spiral ramp, but there had been no indication any such ramp system was present. Jean-Pierre linked up with Louis Dongbuy, a French scientist who was part of a project in 1986 that scanned the pyramid using a technique called microgravimetry, which looked for a subdensity within the pyramid. That study determined that for its size and accounted chambers, 15% of its mass was missing. But the Department of Electronic and Electrical Engineering from the University of Strathclyde, Glasgow, scanning of the Great Pyramid using synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography, or SARS, who recently published their findings, which indicated the same chamber above the main entrance as the Scan's Pyramid project, did not discover a spiral ramp. But what they did discover could be far more important. Two angled voids symmetrical to the Grand Gallery could lend credence to Jean-Pierre's theory nonetheless. Jean-Pierre studied the Grand Gallery and for me came up with a rock-solid interpretation. The gallery, from a construction perspective, was utilized to haul up the massive stones that make up the King's Chamber. A sled was pulled along using a counterweight, and the notches present along the side benches at the bottom of the gallery were used to place wooden guide blocks for the sled. The gabled walls also had a purpose. Buffered by wooden beams, they acted as stabilizers for the sled. An old photograph of a block at the center top of the gallery with a V-groove is the linchpin of this theory. That's where the rope attached to the sled ran through, over pulleys and then to a counterweight sled. The built from the inside out theory solves a lot of problems. It shows that you can build a pyramid layer by layer and include the casing stones until you reach the top. Does the combined theory and evidence I presented in this video convince you that this was how the Great Pyramid was built? Please leave your comments below.